Hello and good day everyone and welcome back. This is Dapat Padama. Ngayon pag-uusapan natin ano ang mga dapat ilagay sa PowerPoint presentation ninyo sa research defense. So ulitin natin ano ba dapat ang mga bahagi ng research ninyo na dapat isama at ilagay dito sa PowerPoint presentation ninyo dahil sigurado hindi po lahat ng nasa manuscript ninyo o nasa research manuscript ninyo ay kailangang ilagay dito sa PowerPoint presentation na gagamitin nyo during defense. And pangalawa, hindi dapat word per word or hindi dapat ikopyahin lahat. Hindi nyo kailangan i-select all, copy-paste lahat ng bahagi na nakalagay dito sa PowerPoint presentation ninyo. So, papaano ang dapat natin gawin? Unang-una, ibabahagi ko sa inyo yung mga bahagi na dapat kasama doon sa PowerPoint presentation ninyo. Pangalawa, yung mga tips na kailangan ninyong gamitin bilang gabay para sa paggawa o paglagay ng mga iba't ibang bahagi na ito dito sa PowerPoint ninyo. Una, simulan natin doon sa tinatawag nating cover page. So, ang PowerPoint presentation ninyo merong cover page na tinatawag. Ito yung unang slide. And this serves as a cover page of your presentation. So, una pa lang, do not overcrowd. Do not make it too busy yung cover page ninyo na napakarami ng design. So, gamitin ninyong konsepto yung minimalist. Okay? Ibig sabihin, the focus should be on the content of the presentation. Yung content ng slide ninyo, hindi yung design ng slide ninyo. Pangalawa, make sure that the presentation of your slide is clearly contrasted and clearly lit. Ibig sabihin, madali pong makikita yung mga letters, yung mga words na i-present niyo doon sa slide niyo by using yung konsepto ng contrasting. Ibig sabihin, huwag kayong gagamit ng dark na background tapos ang text niyo black. Huwag kayong gagamit ng blue na background tapos ang color ng text niyo is black. And ganun din po yung opposite niya. Huwag kayong gagamit ng yellow na background tapos ang text niyo na light din ang color. Okay? So, gawin nyo na lang yung contrasting, ibig sabihin kung white ang background, black ang text, para madali siyang ma-identify, madali siyang mabasa, at madali siyang makita. Okay? So, aside from that, ulitin natin, ang unang bahagi dapat ng slide ninyo ay yung tinatawag nating cover page. Ang laman nito ay simple lang. Yung title ng research ninyo at yung pangalan ng researcher. Title ng research ninyo o pangalan ng researcher. Researchers, kung marami kayo sa inyong study at grinupo kayo, ilagay ninyo lahat yung pangalan ninyo doon sa una pa lang na bahagi or unang slide ng inyong PowerPoint presentation. At pag kayo ay nagsimula na magsalita, mag-defend, palagi nyong unahin na magpakilala. Always start by introducing who you are. Meron kasi ako nakikitang mga presentation during the defense. Meron silang mga style na parang motivation mo na yung una. At para sasabihin na, have you ever heard of ganito, ganyan? Okay, before you start anything, the panel will always want to know who you are and want to confirm kung kayo nga yung pangalan na hawak nila na naka-reflect doon sa hawak nila na manuscript. So ulitin ko, my advice, so another tip is that you start with your introduction. Ipakilala nyo muna yung sarili ninyo and then after that you proceed with whatever motivation you have and then go to the presentation of your research title. Ulitin natin, simple lang ha, doon sa unang slide, pangalan ninyo, pakilala nyo sarili ninyo. Tapos, ibigay ninyo, i-present ninyo, pakita ninyo yung title ng research ninyo and give a brief background of this study. That's already number 2. Sa second slide, magbigay na kayo ng isang slide lang na tinatalakay doon. Sinasabi yung mga points, yung outline lang ang ipipresent ninyo ha, hindi yung buong background of the study na nasa manuscript. Ano yung mga argumento ninyo sa inyong study na nagsasabing talagang merong problema? Kasama yan doon sa background of the study. Ano yung problema? Okay? Ulitin natin, meron bang problema? Ano yung argumento? Ano yung patunay? Ano yung ebidensya? Ano yung problema ninyo? Magbigay na kayo ng introduction. The study will investigate the ganyan. And then, yung description ng problem ninyo, yung background na ng problema ninyo. Pagkatapos yung sabihin kung ano yung problema, kailan nagsimula, saan nagsimula, ano yung evolution ng problema, paano lumaki, and ano yung development, ano na yung nangyayari ngayon. Okay, so those will be included in the background of the study. And then eventually, sa last part ng background of the study ninyo, pwede nyong ilagay yung rationale of the study. Rationale of the study refers to the reason. Ang ibig sabihin ng rationale of the study ay yung dahilan kung bakit ito ang napili ninyong research o study. Ito ay pwede nyong gamitin sa pagsagot dun sa tanong nila na what motivated you to choose this study. So ulitin natin, pwede nyo nang isama yan doon sa pangalawang slide ninyo na background of the study. Sunod naman dun sa tinatawag nating theory and framework used. The theory and framework used. So magkaiba. So pag gumagawa kayo ng research na kikita nyo theoretical framework, conceptual framework, iba yung theory sa theoretical framework. Theory is the general idea kung saan nyo ibinabase yung mga variables na gagamitin nyo sa research ninyo. Ulitin natin, magkaiba ang theory at theoretical framework. Ang theory is the general idea kung saan ibinabase ninyo yung mga variables ninyo na ginamit ninyo sa research ninyo. Okay? So, ang theoretical framework naman o ang framework na tinatawag natin is the design that you're going to use and you're going to follow and and it will serve as a guide para sa paggawa ninyo ng inyong research. Importante ang theory at ang framework na gagamitin ninyo dahil ulitin natin, ito yung susundan ninyo. So kung ang theory ninyo at ang framework ninyo ay hindi tama, so magkakaroon na kagad ng problema yan. So I know you have already checked if your theory is relevant to the study that you are conducting. May kinalaman ba ito sa research na ginagawa ninyo? I-check ninyo. And then the process is also important. Ito ba yung bagay na process doon sa type ng research design na ginagawa ninyo. So that is theory and framework. Again, pagdating sa PowerPoint presentation ninyo, ang ipipresent nyo sa theory are the following. Dito sa theory, make sure that you present the title of the theory, the author of the theory, and then the idea of the theory. We're talking about the theory. And then, the relevance of the theory sa research ninyo. Okay. So, these are the elements that are supposed to be included in the presentation of the theory that you are using. So, yung framework naman is the design that you're using. So, usually, kung meron kayong gumamit kayo ng concept, ganun din, anong title ng concept, author, idea, relevance, and then immediately after that, yung tinatawag nating research paradigm are usually taken as the framework of the study. Okay? Yung tinatawag nating conceptual framework. So, usually meron na silang mga diagrams na included and they use that as the research paradigm, and yun yung pwede nyong ilagay dito sa part ng PowerPoint presentation ninyo. So let us continue and let us take this out for a while. Okay, the next part of your PowerPoint presentation, so we're already done with 1, 2, and 3, will be the statement of the problem. The SOP, my tip, my advice in the SOP is that when you present this part, make sure you restate the title of your research. Okay? In the slide, sa slide na gagamitin nyo sa pag-present ng statement of the problem, present the title of the research of the study. And then, immediately sa baba is the statement of the problem, which is composed of the general problem and the specific problems. So, ito dapat yung makikita doon sa PowerPoint presentation ninyo pagdating sa presentation ng statement of the problem. Why? As member of a panel, ako po bilang naging membro ng mga defense panel, we always check the SOP in line with the title of the study. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, pabalik-balik yung page ng tingin namin. It would be easier. Kaya nga, this is my tip. It would be easier for us as the panel to immediately see the title habang tinitignan namin yung specific problems. Kaya nga dito, sa PowerPoint presentation ng SOP, ilagay nyo lang yung title sa taas. Tapos, medyo ibaba nyo ng konti, ilagay nyo statement of the problem, then ilagay nyo general problem, and then specific problem 1, 2, and 3 kung meron kayo. Okay? And then, you are only going to present it as is. So, dito sa part na ito, you really need to just copy-paste the title, the general problem, and the specific problem. And then, eventually, kapag may tanong yung panel ninyo, that's the time that you should answer. Okay? So, that's the only thing that you're going to do pagdating dito sa pang-apat natin na discussion, dito sa statement of the problem. So, let's proceed to the next one. Number 5, method and technique used. So, in the presentation of the method and technique used, again, you just simply present the method. Direct na kagad. What is the method that you used? So, the method can be either quanti or quali or mixed method. And then, you present the definition. You can define the method that you used. And then after that, the justification. So you justify why did you use this particular method. Okay? So whether it's quantitative or qualitative or mixed method, you present the definition and justification. Why is it appropriate for the research that you are conducting? Bakit ito ang ginamit ninyo? Bakit ito ang dapat gamitin? So, you just discuss that briefly. Even in just a sentence, you can already do that. The technique is the design. The technique is the design that you use. So, example of your design can be descriptive, correlation, or you can use experimental. If your method is quantitative, you can use causal. And under experimental, maybe you can specify that kung yan ay quasi or true experimental, and so on and so forth. So, again, the same procedure, you present the definition and then the justification kung bakit appropriate itong design doon sa research na ginagawa nyo. Yun lang dapat ang laman ng slide ng method and technique used. So, makikita ninyo, mapapansin ninyo, maiksi lang dapat yan. That's why we always remind the researchers to be brief. Present the outline, present the idea, the direct idea behind the discussion. Okay? Huwag nyo nang isama yung mga background noong every part ng ano ninyo, ng slide ninyo. The next one is population sample and sampling method. So in this part of your research, as is, the population is the total number of respondents. The population is the total number of respondents. So in the population, you present the total number, and then you can also present the locale of your study. Saan ba yung ginawa? or you can present the institution, the organization, or even the school if you are allowed. So this can be included doon sa discussion nyo ng population. Maiksi lang ulit yan. Okay? And then after the population, sino naman ngayon yung sample ninyo? The sample is the group that you took from the population. So since in cases where the population is too large, kumukuha kayo ng sample to represent the population. So I have a discussion of this in my other videos. And then the sampling method is of course, the method that you use in order to choose the sample. So if I have a population of 10,000, which I used in my other video, and my sample is 345. How will I choose 345? That is what we call the sampling method. If I'm going to use simple random sampling, then discuss what is simple random sampling. Okay? So you just present in your slide the sampling method. The population of the study is 10,000. This is taken from the school of ganito. The sample taken from the population is the sample size taken from the population is 345, and then the sampling method used to identify the samples, the sampling method used was the simple random sampling. So that's an overview of what you should put or place doon sa slide ng population, sample, and sampling method niyo. Now again, if you are going to be asked, how did you choose 345? You have to present the procedure of what you use. So again, you can either include this in your PowerPoint presentation. Kapag tinanong sa inyo, how did you arrive at 345? So you present the process or the formula that you use. It's either Sloven's, or you can also use Rausoft calculator. Okay? You can include this in the discussion dito sa slide ninyo. So the process used to identify the 345 sample was through the use of Sloven's formula, or kung hindi yun ang ginamit nyo, Rausoft calculator. Okay, so that is what should be seen doon sa tinatawag natin population sample and sampling method. And I assure you, this usually comes out during the presentation ng defense ninyo ng research. Okay, next. After that, number 7 is the instrument used. So instrument refers to the tool that you use in order to gather data. And this tool, so the tool used to gather data, is what we refer to as the instrument. So usually the common tool used in a quantitative research is what we call the questionnaire. Okay, or the survey questionnaire. So what are you going to present in this part of the slide of your PowerPoint? So sabihin nyo lang, the instrument used for this study is the questionnaire, then give the definition, and then after that, the justification. Justify. Why is the questionnaire appropriate for this kind of study? So basically, this is what should be included in your PowerPoint presentation. Now, if you observe under this, the tips, review of related literature and studies, and other parts of your study, of your manuscript, are not usually included. Bakit wala po yung ibang parts? The reason behind this is that your panel, or whoever is sitting as your panel, already has a copy of your manuscript. May kopya sila ng manuscript. So, even if it is not included in your PowerPoint presentation, not unless your teacher or advisor already informs you that make sure that you include the following. Because imagine on my point, if you're going to include review of related literature in your in your PowerPoint presentation, it will take at least 5 slides for you to be able to present the content of RRLS or Chapter 2 Review of Related Literature and Studies. That's one of the reason why the panel already has a copy. You don't need to include that in your PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so these are not usually included in the PowerPoint. The panel already has a copy of your manuscript and has already gone through the references. Just in case they have a question regarding your references under Chapter 2, kung may tanong man sila, itatanong nila yan during your defense. And you also have a copy of the manuscript, so both of you can communicate regarding the question of the panel. So pwede kayong mag-usap even if it is not included in your PowerPoint presentation. And then the last one, include the summary or outline of every part. This is what I reiterated and emphasized earlier. Do not copy-paste everything. Okay? So, usually, ito po ang dapat na included doon sa tinatawag nating PowerPoint presentation. If you were not able to get this clearly, you can go back to the video and go through the tips, advices, and inclusions dito sa PowerPoint presentation natin. So, ito po yung mga bagay na kailangan yung isama doon sa tinatawag nating PowerPoint presentation para sa research defense ninyo. So again, thank you very much everyone. Please help my YouTube channel by subscribing to it and clicking the notification bell to alert you when a new video has been uploaded. And you can do this by clicking the lower right icon that you see in this video, and on the left side of your screen are recommended videos na pwede makatulong sa inyo sa pagsusulat ng research ninyo hanggang sa defense ng research ninyo. Thank you very much everyone. Stay safe, God bless, and see you on our next video. Goodbye!